Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Imagine standing at the edge of a garden, vibrate with colors of blooming flowers and fragrance of fresh earth, but surrounded by a fence of thorns. This garden simply symbolizes the beauty of our relationships filled with love, connection and joy. But the thorns represent the emotional hurts that can sometimes overshadow that beauty. Today, I am here to explore the journey from hurt to healing, from feeling trapped by our past pain to discovering the freedom that awaits us in our relationships. Together, we will uncover how acknowledging and addressing our hurts can pave the way for more deeper connections, authentic communications, and ultimately a more fulfilling life. Let's dwell into how we can cultivate gardens free from thorns, nurturing relationships that flourish. While coming into different relationships in different spheres of life, sometimes when we allow another soul access to our inner world, we feel understood. Such a soul, in return, continues in the journey towards knowing us better. This is a beautiful start to building a meaningful soul connection and the foundation for beautiful future experiences in life. Our most treasured relationships are of great importance to us, but if they carry attachment, it makes the souls in such connection both a source of great happiness and deep sadness at the same time for each other. Such relationships can bring us great joy and they can also hurt us deeply at times. A conscious acceptance created by us internally at all times can help us in understanding that love, care, and closeness with attachment are very closely connected with hurt too. There may be situations where the creation of hurt was intended, but mostly they are not. Love with any human being, maybe it be your parent, your spouse, or your child, is not an act, but a space in which we move into. When one's identification of self as myself in the physical sense falls, a deep experience of love without attachment can happen within us. We need to remember that this feeling is unconditional or selfless in any relationship and is immensely and permanently joyful for both people because of that. Also, realizing that the relationship is not conditional or self-centered can help us to approach others in a relaxed manner with sincerity, be prepared to lose them and be less attached to them while still remain loving and nice to them. When we are hurt, it becomes difficult for us to forgive others at times. If we remember that forgiveness will only help to resolve negativity, it will make it easier for us to reach out for bigger possibilities in life. Also, connected with forgiveness is attachment. The greater the attachment, the more difficult it is to forgive. Love without attachment finds it easy to forgive. When relationships have with them physical, mental or emotional attachment, any hurt is bound to leave marks and will never allow us to be what we are again. But if we bring ourselves to a subtle and light, a soul-to-soul connection state of being where the relationship is far deeper, but also wise in a way that we can play our part in the story of life as a character and switch off and not let it leave any impressions, we will feel much more secure. Whenever we feel deeply hurt by any situation involving a person which was intentionally caused to us or we were drawn into it, we can take some steps to heal ourselves. Firstly, an attitude of patience is essential. It is all about oneself, a natural process, and cannot be rushed. Also required is consideration for the other soul, gentleness, sensitivity and generosity. It takes time and effort, and hence we must allow it the time it needs to unfold. I would like to emphasize that hurt also creates an invisible shield, making it hard for us to move freely, making us feel stiff and unprotected. This shield can sometimes deprive us from opportunities of self-improvement through meaningful conversations with ourselves. While we feel we are becoming more realistic and wise by doing this, we end up numbing ourselves and crawl into our own cocoons. So, in relationships, it's important to be aware of the consequences of carrying hurt and closing doors to others due to misunderstandings. We must learn how to successfully navigate the unfamiliar waters of hurt. When we are hurt, we sometimes close ourselves to love from others. As a result, we also lose the ability to experience the joy that comes from giving in relationships. Therefore, we need to cultivate self-love, embrace change, let go of the toxic relationships, practice meditation and gratitude. Healing takes time. Celebrate small steps forward and be gentle with yourself during setbacks. Foster relationships with those who encourage you to be the best version of yourself. Thank you all for listening.